One of the librarians here at the library. I'd like to welcome you to on behalf of the Dean of the library and Evans Library, I'd like to welcome you to our after hours event. Tonight's event is Everyone's a Comedian. And our host tonight is going to be Francesca Rosario, better known as Frankie. It's a lot easier to say. And Frankie's a local comedian. You can catch her at the open mic on Wednesday night. She is also directed a show at the Canada Center that opens tonight, but she's here tonight to host this event for us. So I'd like to welcome Frankie.
Alrighty, how's everybody doing? Excited?
Yeah.
So I was coming in here and like freaking out because of the library. Like, how quietly in the library. Like, how are we gonna ever be funny? And then I was actually thinking back like about college and how awesome it must be to still be in like non-reality reality. You know, when you first go to college, you're like, oh my God, I'm living in the real world. I'm so free, you know. And then you're in college, and then you're in like the real world. And you're like, oh shit, this really sucks. You know. And then I was thinking about you know, your degree is probably going to do something for you, like FIT, you know, degrees are going to do something for you. And see, my degree was theater, and so that's basically like getting a degree in homelessness. And I wasn't very good at being homeless, because I like to eat. But yeah, I'm living my life. You know, after college, you have to like start dating, you know, and that totally sucks. Because especially now, it sucks to date now because there's so many options. You know, you just go on the internet and you're like, okay, I'll go out with this girl, and then you go out with her, and then you're like, oh my God, I like her, let me go back and find someone else. You know, it's just too many options for you, you know, so I'm glad I'm out of the dating world. I recently got a new boyfriend. Yeah, we've been together for 9 months. I'm about to give birth to a ring. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, yeah, I love my boyfriend. He's awesome. He's everything I've ever wanted. He is a man and a baby. He's a man baby.
A man baby.
You know, good thing about him is he sleeps all day, wakes up for food and changes. You know, so it's wonderful. Yeah, my boyfriend is actually really thin, and you know, big old lady. So he likes to cuddle. One of the things he likes to do is cuddle, and usually I'm cuddling him. So it actually looks something like this. It's really comfortable, you can tell, right? This is how it's like when he cuddles me. Slightly uncomfortable. You can laugh, guys. It's really funny. Anyway, so yeah, he's a thin boy. We like to go hiking. That's one of the things we like to do. And he goes in front of me, because he wants to be the man, you know, and like break all of the spiders in our way and everything. And so he's just like pulling the spiders off. And you know, it makes him feel like a man. But the real truth is, if he ever got attacked by a snake, I'd be the one carrying him back. You know what I mean? I just like lift him up. One time we had a whole like discussion of what we were gonna do if either one of us got bit by a snake. If he got bit by a snake, of course, I'll just lift him up and take him You know, the other thing was, if I got bit by a snake, he would just let me lay there, and he would run away. Yeah. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay. So having a boyfriend is wonderful. Life is good. It's actually really hard. You know, because you have to just like deal with, you know, the issues. You know, like sit down and deal with the issues. And it's like, wow, I didn't think that I would have to be married already. You know, like you start a relationship, you're like, oh, this is gonna be fun, and you know, you see it. Because it's been for me, like I've never been in a relationship longer than this. So I'm like, oh, you see it, it's gonna be really fun, yeah. You know, and then you're like, I don't like it when you snore. You know, and it doesn't really, you know, it's just crazy. Anyways, I am going to bring it up some fabulously funny guys that I'm so happy to have here. The first guy I'm going to bring up is so funny. I hope that it makes you guys laugh, because you need a little bit of laughing, you guys. Okay, his name is Jason Flores. He's amazing. He's going to pick it up for everybody. Okay.
Sorry. Alright, let's see. Let's open it up. Jason Flores, I'm 28. I'm gonna say like shit and fuck. Like I always want to say that in the library. So yes, exactly. Hell fucking yes. Let's see. Hello everybody. This is so weird doing comedy in the daytime. Alrighty. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am single now, so like I'm trying to give happiness a shot, and I'm excited about that. I just got out of a terrible, awful relationship, and trying to do this thing like dating and everything. Dating again, and like online dating. Not a fan of the online dating, because like all it is just the third wall of bullshit that I have to get through to sit there and talk to a girl. And it's like, I don't even understand, like, why do I have to meet you online? Why do I have to be on the internet? I feel like it's just for people who are scared to like lie to people in person. Like that's what I just do. Just I do in person. Why do I lie to them on the internet? Anyways. There's this great dating website, or whatever you want to call it, Tinder. It's not even a dating thing, it's just the greatest video game that has ever been made. It's like, and it lets you just be deep as a puddle, because you just sit there and all you're doing is just looking at girls in their photos, and you're like, yes, but my favorite is just no. And it's not even nice about it. It just says no. It's not even like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. No. You just get so much power from it. It's great. Let's see. Oh, here, let me. I say the words, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I say that a lot. I say it so much on my phone and whenever I text it that it comes up in my predictive text. And like, yeah, I realized that like a couple days ago. I was like, oh man, I am a shithead, because a lot of those times when I said it, didn't mean it. So I want to tell you guys right now, if there's anybody that I've said I apologize to you from the bottom of my heart, I would just like to apologize from the bottom of my heart to saying those things. I didn't really mean that. Oh man, let's see, another new joke. I like doing the new stuff, it's fun. I was just recently trying to get gas, and oh my god, what a terrible experience it was. I was sitting there, put my card in, denied, put my card in, denied, put my card in 3 times, and I was just like, oh, fuck you, Wells Fargo. And like, because then it was just like, go see the attendant. I'm like, I'm not going inside, I have my card, so I can just not go inside, stay away from all the weirdos inside 7-Eleven. So I'm going in, and I just leave. I pissed off, and I'm leaving. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna call up the bank, and I'm just gonna give them hell. So I sit there, and I finally call them, and I get that goddamn woman of a robot, or robot of a woman, and she's just like, hello, da, da, da. And it's like, I just want to yell at somebody. What button do I push to yell at somebody? And I finally get there, like, your waiting time will be 3 minutes. What they mean to say is, fuck you, because I waited 27 minutes and 39 seconds, and like during that time, I'm just like writing. I wrote down a 5-paragraph essay about this ringer that I'm gonna put this lady through, and she answers the phone, and she's like, hello, my name is Erica Edwards. And I was already mad. I was like, I don't even think that's your real name. Who uses alliteration in their names? Nobody. It's not a real name. And so she's like sitting there talking to her. I was like, I got some discrepancies in my bank account. Like, I know I have $14. I want to use 12 of it to get some gas. And she's like, actually, there was no problems at all with your bank account. And like, she's just like, yeah, there's nothing wrong. And I went back to the gas station only to find out that that pump was broken. Like, so I realized at that moment, I'm a shithead. I'm a terrible, terrible person. But I'm making baby steps. I'm making baby steps because I just recently saw a three-legged dog, and I realized I'm a good person because I didn't immediately take a picture of it. I was like, I'm not gonna take a picture of it. I'm just gonna let this be because I also didn't know what to do. I didn't want to like ask the weird lady who just carries her three-legged dog everywhere around with her. Like, I'm not sure how weird she is, but like I was talking to her, and I was like, oh, that's so great. You help out your dog. You know, it's like, you know, that dog really needs you and everything. And she said something weird like, no, actually, I need the dog more than he needs me. And I was just like, oh man, this is so weird. This lady is using this dog as an emotional crutch, while this dog is using this lady as a physical crutch. And it just like, made me laugh. But I didn't know like how weird this lady was. So I didn't want to engage. Because I didn't know if she was like, just kind of like the weird person that brings her iguana to the beach, or the fucking psychopath, like the falconer, that kind of weird person who thinks by putting a blindfold on a bird of prey, by the way, a bird that fishes better than humans, who thinks they can just cover its eyes and bring it out into the public and think everything's okay. Like, I didn't know how weird that was, so I was just like, so I didn't do anything. I just sat there and stared at her, and I wrote that joke. So I feel like I'm making baby steps on being a better person. Like, my friend was complimenting me earlier, like just saying I was doing good in life, and that's not true, but he was like, yeah, you're doing great, and I was like, you need to stop, like, I'm starting to feel feelings again. Don't say that kind of stuff to me. Let's see, I used to work at Disney World, guys, the happiest place, I know, right? You look at me like, him? No. Yeah, the happiest place on earth, but actually it's not the happiest place on earth, it made me a racist. Yes, and I know what some of you guys are thinking, like, I didn't know black people can afford tickets to Disney World. Oh, but they can. They go, and they are delightful. I want to talk to you about the goddamn Brazilians. Oh, jeez. They are the worst things that happen in the history of things happening. Like, you're sitting there trying to enjoy your day with your family, and they just come in droves of 150. And they're like, you'll be standing in line with your family, like, talking about, you know, whatever. And, like, they're just like, hey, you want to hear a dumbass song? And we're like, no, please. And they're just like, too bad. Ole, 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 ole. And they're just running around with their neon shoes and their stupid flags. And, like, you can't tell them to shut up or be quiet or anything because they speak Portuguese. This is Orlando, Florida. Nobody speaks Portuguese. Speak Spanish like everybody else. Just like, cállate tu pinche boca. Fuck. Anyways. Oh, sorry, I got a little wound up there. Francesca was just got done talking about cuddling. I enjoy the after the sex cuddles. Like, I genuinely do. But there's one thing I don't like about it. I hate being the big spoon. I can't handle being the big spoon. Because all I'm doing, like, I'm just essentially laying there like this. And if she's falling asleep, my arm's falling asleep, and I want to move my arm, but I can't move my arm, because if I move my arm, she's going to get padded, she's going to get all woken up, she's going to get all pissed off, I'm going to sit there and argue with her, and then the only way to make it better is to cuddle her again, and I'm just back to being the big fucking spoon once again. I just want to be the little spoon once. Please, people, please. Oh man, I got way too high before I did this. Sorry, I'm not in college, so I can say that stuff. I went to college once, it was fun. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, I have a film degree, guys. Don't get one. But anyways, let's see. Let me talk to you about school. There's this one thing I learned when I was younger, about 21, 22, or maybe like 19, 18. But I was hanging out with my friends, and this is college years, having a good time, and it was Tuesday, we were sitting there, just drinking all the storm, aggressively, excessively, just celebrating Tuesday. And I don't know if you guys know this, whenever you're hanging out with your friends and you're at a party, you have a rule. You always take your shoes off. Don't fall asleep with your shoes on, because people are gonna mess with you. So, in the middle of the night, I was my body was like, hey Jason, guess what? You're tired, you should go to bed right now. So I fell asleep under the bed, under the table. Not a bed, not a couch, a table. And in the middle of this drunken stupor, I woke up in the middle of it. Don't remember doing any of this. And I'm just running around the apartment just yelling, I have my eyepiece on the iceberg, I got my eyepiece on the iceberg. Still to this day, no idea what that means. I can only assume I was dreaming about the Titanic, or I was dreaming about grocery shopping, and it was Taco Tuesday, and I was buying lettuce. I don't know what any of that means. But all I know is in the middle of this, I put my shoes back on. That was a mistake, because In the morning, there was a knock on the door, and like Mama Dukes, that's my mom, she was coming to pick me up. I was in between cars at the time, we'll just say that. And she knocked on the door, and she's like, Jason, what the hell is all over your face? And I'm like, don't worry, Mom, I just fell asleep underneath the table, again. She's like, no. Go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, and I finally look up. And I'm just like, oh, shit. Because like there is just graffiti all over my face. The traditional swastika, lovely penis right here, teardrops, and then a mustache. But unfortunately, the mustache just wasn't drawn on. It was just the words "cum dumpster" written across my mouth. Yes. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yes, and my mother saw that. And as soon as I realized when my mother saw that, I was like, oh man, my parents are not paying for my college. This will be a burden I have to take on myself. Yeah, I know, right? You want to hear something funny about me about college though? I got my degree. I didn't even frame my diploma. You know what I framed? I framed the email that I got that says I have a 0 balance left on my student loans. Because I feel like that is more of an accomplishment nowadays. Yeah, sorry. I mean, you guys, hey, keep on keeping on. You're doing great. Go read some books. But, okay, let me see. Things that I learned in college. I learned how to have sex, and I'm going to tell you people how to have sex now. This is for the ladies, but this is actually more benefit for the men. Women, whenever we're in the bedroom, make some noise. Just make some noise, please. Like, nobody likes a mime, and nobody wants to sleep with one. So, like, yeah, all around there. Ladies, move your hips. Like, I want you to move your hips like you're a stripper and your rent is due tomorrow morning. Like, move your hips like that. Please. Like, another thing, like, I like to get weird in the bedroom, so, like, you know, one thing I always wanted to do was take it out of the bedroom, into the kitchen, and open up the refrigerator and like, make a sandwich on her back in the middle of the act. Yeah, it's a little weird, but, you know, hey, whatever. I like sandwiches and I like sex, so. Here's another really, really weird one, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. You know how, like, you know that feeling you get, like, whenever you clean your ears? Oh, like, yes, she knows. She's cleaned her ears before. It's just like, oh man, like it feels so good. And you're in the bathroom where you take a shit. Take it into the bedroom where the sexy times happen. Like let a lady be on top and clean your ears. That's like your orgasm and this orgasm. That's an orgasm squared. You know math, guys. You know what I'm talking about. And, but like, oh my gosh, it is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. I've never had an experience, but like, I've never had it happen, but it's been in my head and I won't stop thinking about it until it happens. So, if anybody wants to clean my ears, another thing, yeah, like don't be coy, like, you know. Also, like in the middle of the throes of passion, I know things get like hot and heavy when we're having a good time. Like if you reach around the corner and try to put a finger in my butt, and I clench my cheeks, that does not mean I'm playing hard to get. That doesn't mean just like work the shaft and come back around 5 minutes later. It means fuck off, like just stop. And the most important one, ladies, please, this one, initiate sex, ladies. Initiate sex. Like it's okay to sit there and be like, hey, like let's do this. Like I remember one time I was sitting there, my ex-girlfriend, I was sitting there and I'm trying to initiate sex. Like she was sitting on the couch and I was like, hey girl, like, you know, just giving her like the how's her father kind of a thing. And she was just not having it. And I was like, damn babe, like when am I supposed to know when you're ready for sex? He's like, I let you know last night. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, I went into the bedroom and started playing Candy Crush. That's when I was ready. I was just like, no, don't do that. Like, tell me when you want to have sex, because I'm a pretty princess that wants to get fucked too. All right, guys, I think that's my time, right? Sure, okay. All right, come on. All right, thank you guys very, very much. That's not enough for you guys. We got some great comments coming up. Let's bring Francesca back up to the stage, please.
Okay, so the next guy that I want to bring up to you is this is his first time doing this, but I heard he is very funny. Seems like a Spanish guy. Are you Spanish? A little Spanish in you? Okay. Well, there is a little Spanish in me, so I think everybody has Spanish. Anyway, so the next guy that I'm bringing up is Tim Spade.
Thank you, Francesca. For tonight, I can be Spanish. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We're at the library. Funny to be here, like you said. I remember being a kid, our library, it wasn't even called a library, it was called a library. That's what the folks in town called it anyways, it's a library. And our librarians were a little different. They had, as soon as you walked in the door, you got shushed. It didn't have shh. You ever see Caesar Milano, the dog whisperer? Shh. That's what it was like. So, you know, we got shushed, and rightfully so. I mean, a pack of 8-year-old boys sitting way in the back, thumbing through National Geographic, looking at naked pygmies. Hey, yes! Yeah, okay. And it's kind of funny being, you know, I'm married to a librarian, so I'm gonna keep it clean, because her boss is here, you know? Fucking, we're in the library, you know what I mean? The library back home was a little different too. I mean, that's where I found out that the art magazines and the photography magazines also had nudies in it. And one of the smarter guys in our crew, you know, found that there was the medical books that had the drawings of the anatomy. And when he brought that back and laid it out, there it is, fellas. And one guy said, "What's that, an armpit?" And then I thought there should be really directions on it anyway, and I think that they should like do that for all heterosexual males, is give that drawing out with all the little lines and tell you what it is, and then give you directions too. I think that would help a lot.
It would help a lot.
So, also at the library, I'm doing my library thing, so they used to do every other weekend they had video, but not videos, they had the old style projectors, they'd show films during the summer. So you'd go there during, everybody else was doing summer school, all right, I did summer school, and you could still go there and they would do the films, and how many people remember the old projectors? Remember projectors?
We still have some.
You still have some with the film, and you have to thread it through and everything. You guys ever see that stuff? Never seen that. But every single time, they would thread that thing up and they'd start playing. Remember Dewey Decimal, all those crappy things you used to have to listen to and fall asleep to. Every single time they did that, the projector would act up and it would do something like this. The redwood forest on the coast of California, where the trees grow. And then listen, if you were sleeping like most of us were, you were jarred out of your sleep bad, man. You start twitching. So, I'm married to a librarian. We got a lot of nice librarians here. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Linda. Everybody, Jane, everybody that's putting this. Give me a hand, number one. After hours. It was fun to come here after hours, and we've done it a couple times. Missed the drum circle. You guys came to the drum circle? No. But it's funny being married to a librarian. There's a lot of little librarian-esque things that happen around the house. There is. Okay, now everybody gets the list. You make a list to go shopping. You make a list for Christmas, right? What about the spreadsheet? Do you do spreadsheets to it? How about a spreadsheet for the pantry? Huh? How about to see if ketchup is trending this quarter? Is it trending? Here's how I find out if ketchup is trending. Hey, it's empty. We need some more. We get it, okay? I don't understand. Let's see. The spreadsheet. My favorite spreadsheet that I see, and it's one of my wife's hobbies. She does the fingernail polish, okay? And it started out small with the shoebox. Little colors. Then you had me putting up a 2-foot by 2-foot shelf-mounted rack display. Now we have 152 colors. Yeah, that's great. Look at this. Colors, rainbow. Okay, next, the next 2-foot by 2-foot display, right under it. 152 more colors. So we're getting to the spreadsheet. Now we have to get the spreadsheet for the colors for the names. Aqua Blue Marine Peach Schnapps. How do you like it? I love it. Look at that. That's great. So one Sunday, she's doing her little, now we have swatches, individual things that you paint the fingernail polish on one side, and you flip it over on the other side. This is what it looks like with the clear sheet on it. This is what it looks with the clear sheet off of it. You guys know what that is? Anybody. Okay, she does. And we have the label maker going for 304 labels on each one of these. Oh, that's devotion. I would have packed that thing up long ago. Listen, for this, you have to make spreadsheets, labels, you have to do all this stuff. Forget it, man, I'm doing something else. And I'm sorry, honey, good job. But the thing that really imposes on my masculinity is, hey, look at it. Come here, check this out. Yeah, look at it. It's Peach Moth Mango Delight. With some holographic shimmer. Look at the holographic. Like, wow, that's, hey, honey, get some fingernail friends, would you? It's pink to me. Look. So, you know, I get offended by that stuff a little bit, but it's, you know, I like it because she likes it. She loves it, and I'm like, yeah, that's great, you know? So, other things that kind of impinge on my masculinity. Remember that movie with Adrian Brody, where he played the piano in the Holocaust? Remember that? The pianist? Or what is it? Penis. See? Did you see the penis? No. I saw the pianist. That's the movie I saw. No, the penis. Remember the penis? He's got the penis. It sounded like penis, dude. Yeah, there's the penis. No, I didn't see that, man. What you ask me about? Did I see it? So that kind of, that store, the sports store. You ever, what's the name of that? Dick's? Honey, we're going to go shopping at Dick's. Oh, you're going shopping at Dick's. I'm going to go, I don't know what they sell there. It sounds a little funny. So maybe you can go. No, we're going shopping at Dick's, not for Dick's. All right, I'll go. It didn't bother me too much. But what did bother me is when my friends came over and they said, hey, I like your curling iron. I said, it's a curling bar. Where'd you get it? I said, I got it at Richards. That's where I got it. I got it at Richards, not Dick's. Thank you.
Hope I'm saying that right. And if I'm not, he'll make fun of it. All right, here comes the stage.
Hey guys, nice. How's it going? Quiet. Awkward. A little awkward. Library. Comedy in the library. Kind of cool. How you guys doing? My name is Ray Burrito. Yes. My last name is Burrito. Isn't that horrible? You probably guess what they call me in middle school, right? Faggot? I'm just kidding. That's just what my dad called me. But I got made fun of a lot in middle school and high school too. Everybody in high school thought I was gay. I'm not sure why. I mean I did play Pokemon cards until I was in 10th grade, and I played trombone and band, and I fucked a bunch of guys, but I don't really get where they got the gay thing from. It's weird. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. I like little hole-in-the-wall restaurants, like mom and pop owned, you know what I mean? There's this place, it's my favorite one, it's this place called McDonald's, and a little fun fact about McDonald's Wi-Fi blocks pornography. Did you know that? Starbucks Wi-Fi is not. It's cool. I don't know. You guys have Wi-Fi here. You know, you guys are probably up to that kind of stuff. You probably have a block around. But anyways, I was in the Starbucks women's bathroom one time, and I walked out. And one of the employees, she looked at me and she saw me walking out of the women's bathroom, so she's like, what are you doing in there? And I'm an honest guy, so I was like, well, to be honest with you, I was in the guy's bathroom, the toilet's clogged, there's a bunch of shit in there, it smells terrible, and it was making it really hard for me to come, so I went to someone's bathroom. Let's see, what else do I have here? I'm Cuban, if you don't know that about me by now. But most people are surprised like when I speak Spanish. They're like, oh wow, you speak Spanish? And like I'm from Miami, and in Miami, like people down there know the difference between a Cuban, a Puerto Rican, a Mexican, Colombian, whatever. But I moved up to Palm Bay, where it's like kind of like a NASCAR Budweiser kind of. They're laughing, so you know what I mean. And everyone, like when they hear me speak Spanish, they're like, "Oh, you speak Mexican?" And I'm like, I'm glad you guys get that, because Mexican is not a language; it's a nationality. But yeah, they think I'm Mexican all of a sudden, and I'm like, well, that's kind of insulting, because Mexicans are lazy. I have proof that they're lazy. You know how I know that Mexicans are lazy, especially the guys? Because they'll start to button up their shirt, and after one button, they get tired and they stop, and they leave it like that. And that's stupid. I'm just kidding, guys. Mexican. I don't think Mexicans are lazy. I just have to say that, set up a joke. You get it. What else do I have here? You guys want to hear about my first sexual experience?
Yeah.
Very awkward. Very awkward. It was almost 10 years ago, like to the day. It was really cool. I was 17, and my girlfriend at the time and we were underage, so we didn't like have anywhere to party. So we got all our money together, and we got a hotel room with a bunch of liquor, and we were on the floor like making out and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my hands down her pants. So I got my hand and I put it down her pants, and I stuck my 2 fingers inside of her vagina. And I was so like excited and like shocked that I finally made it there. You know what I'm talking about, right? And that I just forgot to move my fingers, so I just left them in there for like half an hour. And then after half an hour of making out, she didn't have to touch me, I came. And I pulled my fingers out, and like, have you ever had your fingers in a vagina so long that you get like the little wrinklies that you get like after you're in the pool too long? You know what I mean? But what am I doing? Speaking of Wi-Fi earlier, I was supposed to do a pornography joke after that. Does anyone here watch pornography? Openly? My favorite pornography website is Pornhub.com. What's your favorite porn site? What's your favorite porn site? What's your like go-to one? Like when you're in a rush and you got somewhere to be, it's like I don't have time to look around. This is where the good stuff is. Mine is Pornhub. You should check it out. It used to be called cucumbertube.com, but now it just like directs you directly to Pornhub. I don't know why I told you that, but I'll tell you why it's my favorite one. It's because Pornhub.com has 1,008 different categories of pornography. Or not, so not 1,008 videos, 1,008 categories of pornography, if you can believe that. It blew my mind. I had to pull over and like count them all. And some of them just like blew my mind. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, one of them is amputee, which is horrible. Wheelchair is another one. 3D monster, where a giant 3D monster literally fucks a girl in half. If you believe that, after like half an hour, it gets really boring. But and my favorite one was called Pizza. Pornography. Yeah, think about that one.
What is it?
I don't know. I didn't actually click on it, but I'm assuming at first the first thing that like my mind goes to is somebody having sex with pizza. But I think it's just like a pizza guy comes to the house and then all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Let's see. I have a girlfriend now, believe it or not, and I love her, but she does, like, everyone that's been in a relationship knows that your significant other has that one thing that they do that pisses you off, but you never say anything, you just, like, keep it in. Well, the other day, I was like, I gotta say something, because it's getting ridiculous. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm talking about. My girlfriend watches way too many cartoons. It's ridiculous. And the other day, I was like, this is getting ridiculous. I gotta say something. So I went into the living room. She's sitting on the couch, watching cartoons, eating cereal out of the box. And I was like, babe, you watch way too many cartoons. It's ridiculous. In 6 months, you're gonna be a teenager. And you need to tighten the fuck up. She's 12 years old. I'm just kidding. It's great. Alright guys, I'm eating for a burrito.
Yeah, look straight down there.
Is another student, a 5G student, and I'm really excited to hear him because he was very funny when he came up to me. So let's have a round of applause for Doug Schroller.
It's shoulders. You all look lovely. It's always nice to see a bunch of smiling faces and polished and organic. I don't like elevators. I take waiting too long though. I'm a poor college student, so I look down when I walk around campus because you never know when you're gonna find a quarter. You know, when I find a quarter, I'm like, hot damn, good. If I had more, I could probably put my clothes in the dryer. I have to do physics lab reports every week. It's really ridiculous. So, the thing about physics lab reports is they're like 5% physics and 95% describe to me how badly you screwed up this experiment. So you go on, every week there's just ton of error associated with every experiment every week. So you're like, you know, you come into class eventually like, oh gosh, what is going to be wrong today? And you go, and if the lab report is guided upon a lab manual, and the lab manual basically is documentation that tells us how to do the lab. And it is awful. It cannot even direct a squirrel to a nut. It is awful in every sense. If you handed this lab manual to someone who actually knew how to properly write directions, like a communications professor, it would just flunk with flying colors. And what I mean by that is that the professor would need more than one color to tell you how many things are wrong with it. You know, you'd have the professor sitting here, here's the lab manual, take out a red pen, usually the weapon of choice for most of you teachers and professors. It's not even a sentence. Actually, that paragraph sucks. You know, this page looks like you could use some green. Everything's just gone. Just put some orange in there. This one looks like you could use purple. There's a big X on it, it's awful. Get out, fuck out of here. Well, this is just a disgrace. I just tear off the whole thing. And, you know, you'd hand this manual in to be proofread, and you get back something that resembles a Picasso painting. And in the end, it would still make more sense than the lab manual in the first place. We got a question one time during the class. Somebody raised their hand and said, do we have to include friction? He was like, the professor was like, yes, of course. And I was like, damn it, friction can be such a drag. I went to Dollar General last week, and there's not many feelings better than walking into one of those kinds of stores. Taking a deep breath. I can buy anything. The store. Everything is within the budget. Feels so powerful. Alright. Those who don't believe global warming exists are the same people hundreds of years ago who put a ruler on the ground and said, you see that? You see that right there? Mr. Galileo, would you explain to me, if the world is round, could you please, for the love of God, explain this? Thank you, that was based on the fact that global warming fucking exists. Thank you for appreciating my analogy to the fact that people are still blind to science. Was in, I had to do materials homework one night. And materials homework requires a little bit of knowledge about chemistry. So I needed a periodic table that night. So I got one on the App Store, the ever-reliable Apple App Store. I typed in PER, and I expected, naturally, the periodic table to come up first on the list. But instead what came up first on the list was period checker. And it didn't occur to me at first what this was. It was like, so I was thinking, what periods could be more important than the elements that make up our universe? So then I clicked on it, and I was like, oh. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was a calendar that tracked that special time of the month. And I'm sitting there like, this is the greatest thing that the human race has ever thought of in the history of forever. I mean, screw landing on the moon. This has practical applications involved. She could be talking to you. She could be talking to you in some aggravated tone, and then all you have to do oh, she must be having a bad day, that's all. But next week, the flowers and chocolate. Forecast is not looking so good. All that's left for this app is to put her birthday, bam, and your anniversary, bam. And that is the only calendar you will ever need. You could be at work and you can have the calendar color-coded. Green days, good days. I can schedule appointments. I can meet with clients here for business. Red days, not very good days. Thank you, that's all from me.
If I know one thing, Nancy, you have had a blast. And I'm glad for you. And your husband. The next one up is Kyle Porter.
My seat is my name.
Fuck is going on here? I don't know either. Ray asked me to come to a comedy show. No details. I'm here in this fucking library. I walk in the door, and I tell Jason to shh. And turn the corner, run the microphone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Are we a study? Is this a study? Homeboy in the back's over there, he was taking notes. That's for real. I was home, I forgot about it kinda. He told me about it last night. Not that I don't love you guys and you guys aren't important to me. It's just Ray told me he was going to tell me today details. So he didn't. So I'm standing there naked, painting my wall. Got a little bowl of Cheetos here. I get a little Ray, come on down, Kyle. Come on down to the library. Big study that they can talk about in class on Monday, isn't it? That's what's going on here. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I tend to get tangled up in the cord around the mic stand, so I'm gonna move it over here. I like cords on mics. You know that? I feel like I can do like one of those interpretive dances. It's 9.5. Where's the salt landed? So, smart people. I don't have any smart jokes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any smart jokes. I don't know. I was thinking about that. I was here. I was like, God, these fucking people are intelligent. You? Is that your first time up?
Yeah.
Good job.
Great!
Clap it up. Good job, man. You're talking about being broke college student. Try being a broke not college student. Mr. Broke with a potential future. Well, hey, if I get scared, I can just crawl into this thing. I didn't notice they were hollow. So I don't know, smart jokes. I don't know, I was thinking today, this is kind of a smart thing. You guys can be my, they say this is therapy, right? So you guys can be my doctor. Doc, how do they make smells? You know, for things. It's like they got bacon smell things now, and hickory scented things. I was like, man, how is there not some redneck out there that has figured out how to put like a Marlboro Red into a scent? He'd be like, hold on a second, honey. This air freshener here, Marlboro Red, they got menthol for you too. Put this in the bathroom. We don't even got smoke inside to get them scents going. Don't even gotta mess up the wallpaper. It stay clean and nice and it'll last for years. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I was thinking about today. I don't know. You see, like the past week I've been doing these shows and I keep repeating all the same jokes. So I feel like I gotta keep it fresh. You know? Gotta walk in here with some authority. If you ever want to do that, if you ever want a good front kick, just imagine like 2 double doors right in front of you, you know? And there's somebody on the other side that's like, you're gonna go in there and tell them what it is, and you just, come through there like, what? Some nice palm trees. You guys got some nice trees here. I've never walked down the boardwalk. This boardwalk here, it's good. I feel like I was at the zoo or something. Just waiting for one of your Florida Panthers to jump out and arrest me. Speaking of oversized cats, are you from India? Okay, alright, this next joke is from India, so I was like, because it's not even, it's a thought, you know? I was thinking, it's kind of stupid, but I was thinking like if I was against you, right? And you had a theme song, and I had a theme song. If we were opponents, my theme song would be Eye of the Tiger. Because India is the only place where you gotta really worry about getting fucked up by a tiger still. Think about it. My house cat fucks me up when I try and put flea medicine on it. Trying to hold it still. Come on, kitty. That thing. God, can you imagine that? The size of bigger than you coming at you? So that's why I thought my song would be Eye of the Tiger. It's the Eye of the Tiger, it's the... You'd be like, what the... Alright, he didn't bring it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing new stuff out there. Because my stuff I use isn't even that good. I'm pretty new at this. That's why I was like, are we studies? What is going on here in the library? You know? Because I don't know. I don't know. Drop a fact bomb on you. You're in school. You might appreciate the fact. Are you in school?
I'm always in school.
Great answer. You're like, how can I hit him hard? Show him on way too. I'm always in school. The janitor? What was I going to talk about? Stack bomb. A little bit of sports knowledge too. In fact bomb. There's a lot of chocolate factories based out of Wisconsin, right? In Green Bay, Wisconsin, the NFL team, the Green Bay Packers, they were originally called the Green Bay Fudge Packers. I don't know why they changed the name. I love fudge. But, so, I'm trying to kick some bad habits. Because I'm 24, so I still got some of those teenage habits, you know, that are left over from the dumb years. I made it out alive. So, but not all of them, I guess. Like, I don't go to bed drunk with food in bed. I used to pass out with food all over the bed, right? And it's bad when you got like pancakes, syrup all over them. You wake up with that. And there was one time, like, you know, my mom's, I was like 17, you know, so my mom's walking in and she's getting my laundry. And she grabs it and she turns over and she looks at me and she goes, "Nice, Kyle, real nice." And walks out. And I wake up, and there's a ham sandwich, cut in half, laid on my chest. One half is perfectly untouched. The other half has one bite out of it, laid on my chest. And you know that thing when you bite a dry ham and cheese sandwich and it gets stuck to the top of your mouth, and you gotta try and get it out with your tongue? Well, I was apparently too hammered to try and get it out with my tongue. When I woke up the next morning, it was still in my mouth. So I swallowed it. And I lay there, hungover. My mom just woke me up in embarrassment, knows I'm hungover. But I had breakfast, right here. Ready to go, I'll wolf this bad boy down. You know some more habits? Smoking. I just picked that one up a couple years ago, tobacco. Smoking cigarettes. But you know, there's this thing about not smoking inside, right? And I understand, like, maybe in here you're trying to study, you know, hey, distracting, you don't want to, you know, maybe eating, you don't want it while you're eating, right? But hospitals? I mean, you know, maybe some floors I can understand. But I went to go visit my friend. He's dying of cancer, and he's on the cancer floor. And he was like, "Can I have a cigarette?" "You got a cigarette on you?" I was like, "Yeah, I died for a cigarette." "Okay, yeah, here you go, cigarette." We're smoking a cigarette, and she comes in with the double doors kicked. "What do you think you're doing in here?" I said, "What?" "Smoking a cigarette. It's the cancer floor. They all got it." What are you worried about? What's he gonna do? Get cancer? No. Sorry. That's true. That's actually true. No, it's not true. That was a joke I told to my friend who is dying of cancer in the hospital. So he approved of it. Okay. Loose the buttholes a little bit. It's okay to laugh. People die. It happens. Gotta make the best of it. Do it. Loosen it up. Tight buttholes are never good. They're not. Leads to constipation and all kinds of things. Oh shit, I put my foot on the couch. That looks like a nice couch. Sorry. You in the back, you look like you're running the place here. I saw you give me the evil eye when I took the M&Ms before the waters were there. You're like, don't listen up yet. Don't touch it yet. I need a little sugar bump, I guess. So yeah, so we got, everybody here's got the family member that just makes you go, you're like, that's, God, that's not even in-law, that's bloodline. I'm screwed. I got an uncle like that. He's got a steady diet of bush beer. Pretty sure if you cut him, it's what he would believe. It's bush beer. 305 cigars. Yeah, not even cigarettes. 305 cigars. And they're not even a cigar. They're a brown cigarette. They call it a cigar. No, by size, it is a cigarette, right? There's like cigarettes, there's like blunts, there's cigarillos, there's cigars. It's not a fucking cigar. Sorry, I get pissed off about that because he's like, I'm gonna go up and give me some of them 305 cigars. I'm like, no, you need the cardboard cigarette, you son of a gun. It is $1.05 a pack. He's the reason laws are made, people. He is. He tells me things, I'm like, you know what, that's why they made these laws. It's you. He's like, Kyle, if you won't get high, just go into Publix, go down the aisle with the Ready Whip, He goes, just grab your can, put it to your nose. Now don't let the stuff come out, just the gas. So try not to knock over the aisle behind you. These are all true. He told me that he got kicked out. He's banned from Busch Gardens. Because in '83, best fishing of my life, he took a pocket fishing pole and went in, and there was no top on the aquarium. And there was this little hill behind bushes where you could go. And I went back, tossed a spoon, saw what I could catch. That's a true story. Can you imagine like this being in an aquarium and you being like, oh, seeing the fish, and then like this lure drops in with a line on it, and you pull it out. Put the top on the aquarium, I bet you, after Uncle John went there. He goes, doing my taxes, like a month ago, he's like, Kyle, I tell you, you can claim your dog on your taxes as a dependent. I have since '98. No one's ever said anything to me. This dog was named He-Man. My uncle's dream day is like a mega sale on Busch and like WrestleMania followed by the Daytona 500, like all in one night. That's him for you. So yeah, there's family for you. So, closer. I don't know. What's a closer? The funniest joke you have? I don't have any funny jokes, people. I don't have any funny jokes. But I'm pretty good at spitting into small spaces. Out of the view of you. It's pretty clean down here, actually. Did a pretty good job vacuuming behind the couch. I can't seem to master that. Watch out for the booty coming out. Might get you. It's called improvising. When you're nervous and you don't know what to do. Just jump and do that to someone. But alright, thank you. When you talk about me in class on Monday, say some good things. Came out here for you guys, right? My name's Kyle Parker. You guys have a great night.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that everybody came, and I'm so happy that some of you laughed. Some of you. And you can catch all of those amazing guys on Wednesday nights at open mics. They come, they alternate, they're amazing, so go see them and laugh your asses off. And have a wonderful night.